Hey guys, Brendan Hall, high school editor here for ESPNBoston.com. We saw 6 emotionally charged MIAA basketball state finals here today at DCU Center in Worcester. Starting off the day, St. Mary's running away with a state title victory over Hoosick Valley in the Division III girls, then going to the Division III boy. Very inspired performance by Cardinal Spellman, beating out Tingsboro for the Division III state title in their first appearance here since 2011. Obviously the Joey Glenn overtones, which we'll get more into later. And then the next game, Arlington Catholic. They always play well here at this time of year, winning the Division II girls state title in overtime over Long Meadow and that very talented squad led by Taj Lewis. In the Division II boys game, this is a very highly anticipated one. Concord Carlisle, bit of an underdog, but certainly gave New Mission everything they could handle here in the Division II boys state final. Let's go to the highlights. We'll pick it up here in the third quarter. Asante Sandiford, look at that dream shake. We've seen that before. Makes that 27-17. And then the next trip down, comes down with his own rebound and gets the free throw, making it 30-21. But Concord Carlisle would not go away. Jameer Henderson getting this offensive rebound, cutting it to 38-30. And then Eric Salou cuts to the basket, gets it 38-32 within striking distance. But then Bam Rivers, he came alive in the second half after a frustrating first half. From this one, he kisses high off the glass, pushing it back out to a 10-point lead. But once again, CC would not go away. This time, Austin Hoey coming through, making an 8-point game, 44-36. Sandiford then hits Rivers with this beautiful dish down low in the paint, making it 46-36. However, CC climbed right back into it with 5 points from Joe Crowley. First, here's a pull-up in transition from the free throw line, making it 46-38. And then he knocks down his three-pointer, making it 46-41. CC has a chance to build momentum still. However, Jonathan Dorr hits front iron here. Sandiford comes up with the rebound. He had so many big rebounds in the second half. And he gets fouled and goes to the line. New Mission makes his free throws at the end to win this one out, but they have to sweat this one out, 53-43. In the Division I girls final, Braintree outlasted Westford after going up early and then withstanding a bunch of punches late. We'll pick it up in the second quarter here. Look, as Ashley Russell runs into trouble here near the top of the zone, throws it over the top, and Reagan from the short corner makes it 28-13. And just when you thought Westford was building momentum, Bridget Hurley, he comes up with her 4th three-pointer of the first half, making it 34-19 as they head into the break. We'll go to the fourth now. Hannah Hackley makes it a 6-point game, 49-43. Russell, the Gatorade Player of the Year, first puts them ahead by 8 with his offensive rebound. Then she comes down the lane again. This time, this beautiful layup, finishing with a right, make it 53-43 with a minute 47 to go. And then Molly Reagan, the next trip down, makes it 55-43, putting it in a double-digit lead with under a minute to go. And Braintree wins the program's first Division I state championship since 2006. And then the day's most anticipated again, a Division I boys state final between Central Catholic and undefeated Putnam, looking for his 34th straight win and second straight state title. We'll pick it up late in the second quarter here. Talon Nelson, the Fairfield commit, launches a 3 here, makes it a 5-point game, 33-28. However, going the other way, Jonathan Garcia hits a 3 of his own, sending the Beavers into the break with a 7-point lead, 38-31. We'll pick it up in the third quarter. Nick Cambio comes down the lane. He's had a great postseason here. He's had a fast break layup, making it 50-46 Putnam. Over Tyon Malone comes the other way. Should I shoot? Should I not? Finally, he says, let's fire it away. Makes it a 6-point game again. Headed to the fourth now. Look at this incredible defensive play by Dizal Wright. Hops out of the way, and then his quick reflexes gets back just in time to alter the shot of Talon Nelson. Then going the other way, David Morrell backs into the zone, back to the basket. Sweet turnaround, 64-56. But the Raiders would not go away. Nick Cambio gets this great feed from Aaron Hall to make it 65-62. And then Tyler Nelson comes down the lane, takes a good hack, converts a 3-point play, makes it 67-65. Going the other way. Right, intercepts an entry pass, makes the big outlet, and this is the play of the night, gentlemen. Tyon Malone with the tomahawk slam, making it 69-65. Impressive play there. Then Nick Cambio out of the corner makes it 73-70 Putnam. And Raiders with the momentum. This place was about to explode. Nelson misses on a 3. Nick Cambio gets the rebound and calls the timeout. Smart, heady play there by Cambio to call the timeout. Give him another shot at it. Out of that. Another beautiful look, and it's just off the mark. Jonathan Garcia gets the rebound. However, he misses both free throws, giving him another chance. However, the outlet upfield is fumbled away, and David Morrell connects on one of the 2 free throws to make it a 4-point game. Putnam wins a second straight state title. First time in MIAA history, Springfield Public Schools have won 3 straight Division I state titles. A few parting thoughts here from the DCU Center as we wrap up another terrific winter of MIAA basketball. My first thought, as award season starts to roll in, we're going to have the final poll up in a couple days. This will be the first time, spoiler alert, that the preseason number 1 in both boys and girls basketball went wire to wire as the top team in the state, Braintree in the girls, Putnam in the boys. We got a few more awards we're going to roll out. Obviously, Mr. Basketball, Miss Basketball, the all-state teams, and there's a lot of discussion about who deserves it. One I want to point out is the Defensive Player of the Year. I think a lot of us have earmarked Anthony Green from North Quincy, very deserving, the 6'9" center. Almost had a triple-double in his last high school game. He's really improved by leaps and bounds. But Diesel Wright, I really want to put attention on him. His on-ball defense, I don't care how many points he scored. He was the MVP tonight. He had a good scouting report on Tyler Nelson. First couple field goals Nelson had, Wright altered those shots. He got tips. He made him change the arc on his shot. Really got in his grill. Tyler always did what Tyler does, but that's been Wright's MO all year. It doesn't matter how many points he scores. He's the heart and soul of this team. I think he really deserves consideration for Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to compare him, as far as on-ball defense, to a Central Catholic great, a lot of you guys are familiar with, Luis Puello, who was one of the best on-ball defenders we've seen in some time here, I think, in MIAA basketball. My second parting thought, Westford Academy coach Russ Coward said he expects Braintree to be back here next year. Not to really put a crystal ball on anything, but if you look at what's coming back for Braintree, the Hurley sisters, Molly Reagan, Ashley Russell, the Gatorade Player of the Year, it's hard not to think that the Wolves will be right back here again next year. The pressure's going to be on them, but hey, the pressure was on them this year. Pressure's been on them for the last 2 years, frankly, after they showed up against Andover in 2012 at the Garden with those 3 freshmen, the Gold Dust sisters, if you will. Really, they've handled the pressure as good as anybody. I really expect them to be back here next year, going for a second straight state title. We'll see who can hang with them. And third final thought, Cardinal Spellman, the spirit of Joey Glenn. You had to be there on Tuesday night as they're down 11 with 5 minutes to go against Watertown and heard the entire arena chanting all for Joey. The way that the stars align with this story and everything that's transpired since Joey Glenn's tragic passing away last June, it's kind of spooky. It kind of restores faith a little bit. I mean, you got to give it to these kids. They poured their heart and soul into it. I'm sure if you're the Glenn family, you just couldn't be happier to see the way things have unfolded and how this Cardinal Spellman community has just rallied around the Glenn family since last summer. It's been an emotional roller coaster for these guys. You got to give credit. You know, all that aside, they were a contender in D3 going in. They exceeded expectations by all means. My hat goes off to them. An incredible fan atmosphere every game, an incredible dedication to Joey Glenn. These kids are an emotional bunch. They really handled all the pressure, and they really had a lot of fun out there at the end of the day. All for Joey. It was an amazing run. I got to give my hat off to Cardinal Spellman for making this such a fun team to cover. My final thought, as we look ahead to next year for the boys, who are some of the contenders, I think we're going to see a lot of the same faces. Catholic Memorial, with those 4 terrific guards there, led by Amani Santos and Julian Smith. Mansfield, they lose Rocky DeAndre, but look at the freshmen they called up. Brendan Hill's going to be back next year after missing this entire year with a knee. And think about what they would have been with him. Nothing against anybody else, but Ryan Bolter, Michael Bowen, a lot of the same components there. These Putnam guys, I know they graduate, David Morrell, Diesel Wright, but they're going to be right back in this thing next year. These guys aren't going anywhere anytime soon. You have the one that Springfield Central had a young team. Jack O'Brien is going to make that an incredible program next couple of years. St. John's, Shrewsbury in the Central Mass with Davon Jones, Adam Floyd, and that connection. There's a lot of the same faces. I can't wait to get started on this poll next fall. It's going to be a fun ride. And guys, that concludes it for the 13-14 season for MIAA basketball. I want to thank everybody. Not just the haters, not just the lovers, everybody. This really is an incredible time of year. Every night the drama is just through the roof. I saw some great atmospheres here today. I know I got seated behind in front of the Central fans. They brought their best. Every night, guys, this is an absolute pleasure to cover public school basketball. Really love being here. You guys make it so much fun. You, the reader. I wouldn't be where I am without you guys, so I want to thank you guys. But that's it for now. We'll have more coverage on the website later. But for now, from Worcester, Brendan Hall, ESPN Boston.